Right, so someone told me you could live like a king in Costa Rica for about $900 a month. That's roughly 700 quid. A king. I'm not sure what sort of king they're on about. Maybe one of those ones from history who got his head chopped off early. It just sounds a bit suspicious, doesn't it? You can barely rent a shed in Manchester for that. But here I am, September 6th, 2025, stood in the middle of San Jose, and the air is thick. It's like breathing soup. They call this place a paradise full of jungles and happy people. I've seen a few stray dogs that look happier than me, to be fair. The whole idea is to escape the American rat race, they say. Stop worrying about bills and just be. I'm already worried about the bill for the taxi from the airport, so it's not off to a great start. They sell you this picture, don't they? Monkeys swinging from your window, toucans bringing you breakfast, waterfalls in your back garden. All for less than your monthly phone bill back in the States. The reality is a bit different. The monkeys are probably after your wallet. The toucans have beaks that could take your eye out. The waterfall is just a leaky pipe in the flat next door. Everyone's going on about Pura Vida, which means pure life. From what I can tell, it mostly means the bus will be an hour late and no one will care. It's a nice slogan for a t-shirt, but when you're waiting for a plumber, you want pure punctuality, not this laid-back nonsense. It's a different world, and for $900 you're not getting the luxury suite. The promise of a cheap life is what gets people, though. You hear stories of blokes from Florida or Texas who've packed it all in. They've sold their massive pickup trucks and their houses with 5 tellies all to come here and live on beans and rice. They think they're being clever, saving a fortune, but what are you saving it for? There's nothing to buy here except wooden frogs and coffee. It's a false economy. You save money, but you also have to deal with lizards in your cornflakes and power cuts every time it drizzles. It's a trade-off, isn't it? You trade the stress of a mortgage for the stress of a scorpion crawling up your leg. Finding a place to live on this budget was an adventure in itself. You see pictures online, don't you? Little bungalows with hammocks on the porch. What they don't show you is that the bungalow is made of tin, and the hammock has a massive hole in it. I ended up in what the landlord called a charming rustic studio. Rustic is just a fancy word for falling apart. It's a small room with a bed, a sink, and a single hot plate that takes about an hour to boil water for a pot noodle. The charm, I think, comes from the fact that the walls are so thin you can hear your neighbor thinking. He thinks about football a lot, apparently. The best feature, though, is the wildlife. And it's not the cute kind. I'm not talking about little geckos that scuttle about. I'm talking about spiders the size of my hand that just sit on the wall, watching me. They don't even pay rent. I tried to have a word with one of them, but it just stared. It's like having a really hairy, 8-legged flatmate who doesn't do his share of the chores. Then there are the ants. They formed a sort of motorway from a crack in the window straight to my bin. It's more organized than the local bus service. You can't leave a crumb of a biscuit out for more than 5 seconds before the ant army descends on it. It's relentless. In America, if you have a pest, you call a bloke in a van and he sorts it out. Here, the pests are just part of the furniture. They're locals. You're the intruder. The other day, a beetle the size of a small mouse just waltzed in through the open door. It had no fear. It just walked across the floor like it owned the place. I just watched it go. This is what they mean by living with nature, I suppose. It's not so much living with it as it is being constantly invaded by it. My rustic studio is less of a home and more of a bug-infested observation deck. And the shower. Oh, the shower. They call it a suicide shower here. It's basically a shower head with an electric heater built into it with wires sticking out. Every time I turn it on, I'm expecting a bit of a shock. It's got 2 settings, freezing cold, scalding hot. There's no in-between. You just have to sort of jump in and out of the water like you're trying to put out a fire. It's an experience. It definitely wakes you up in the morning, mainly from the fear of electrocution. The daily routine here is, well, it's not very routine. In the US, everything is scheduled. 9 to 5, your gym session at 6, your dinner at 7:30 here. The main activity seems to be waiting. You wait for the bank to open. You wait in line at the grocery store, which only has 1 till open, even if there's a massive queue. You wait for the internet to work. It's a country powered by patience, and I'm running low on it. Time just moves differently. It's like everyone's watch is slow. They have a saying, Tico time. It's not a few minutes late either. We're talking hours. Bureaucracy is another thing. It's a national sport. I had to go to an office to sort out some paperwork. First, you have to get a ticket with a number on it. Then you sit in a room full of plastic chairs and watch the numbers tick over on a little screen. It's like being at the deli counter, but instead of getting a slice of ham, you get a stamp on a bit of paper, and it takes all day. Let's talk about the food. If you like rice and beans, you're in luck. You'll be in heaven here. Breakfast, gallo pinto. Gallo pinto. Rice and beans mixed, maybe an egg on the side. Lunch, casado, rice, casado, beans, casado, a bit of salad, casado, some sort of meat. Dinner, well, it's probably leftovers from lunch. It's not that it's bad, it's just the same, every day. Trying to live on $900 a month means you're eating a lot of casados. The fancy restaurants are out of the question. You're eating at the local places, the little sodas, which are basically small canteens. The menu is always the same. Chicken, beef, or fish, served with, you guessed it, chicken, beef, fish. After a week, you start to crave something different. A pizza. Forget Uber, forget yellow cabs. If you're on my budget, your chariot is the public bus. And what an experience that is. The buses here are old American school buses, painted in bright colors. They look cheerful, but don't be fooled. Rickety, noisy, no air conditioning. You just sit there, stuck to the vinyl seat. Everyone here keeps saying Pura Vida. It's on billboards, it's on t-shirts, it's how everyone says hello. It's how they say goodbye. It's how they say, how are you? It literally means pure life, but what it really means is don't worry about it. Did the bus just drive past without stopping? Pura Vida. Did a monkey just steal your lunch? Pura Vida. Is the government office closed for an unscheduled 3-hour lunch break? Pura Vida. Now, a lot of blokes come here with a certain idea in their heads about the local women, the ticas. They've read on the internet that they're all beautiful, friendly, looking for a gringo husband. It's a bit of a fantasy, but people are generally very friendly and open. Family is everything here. You're dating her entire family. They'll want to meet and inspect you, like a job interview, but with more food. So after all this, can an American really survive in Costa Rica on $900 a month? The answer is yes. You can survive. You won't be living like a king unless your idea of royalty is eating rice and beans every day and dodging spiders in the shower, but you can get by. It's not the tropical paradise you see in the brochures. It's a real country with real problems. The roads are bad, the bureaucracy is a nightmare, and the Wi-Fi is rubbish. But there's a charm to it all. There's a beauty in the chaos. The people are warm, the nature is breathtaking, and there's a genuine sense of community. It forces you to slow down and appreciate the small things because the big things are mostly out of your control. So, is it paradise? No. Not for $900 a month anyway. It's just life. A different version of it. But if you're looking for a change, a real challenge, and a chance to see the world from a different perspective, then maybe it's worth a shot. And for 700 quid a month, that's not a bad deal.